Hello friends, welcome to Academic Heights. Learn from home. Why Academic Heights? For clarity, for concepts, for code, for competency. Overall, your turning point starts here. I am ready to teach you. Are you ready to learn? We are discussing all important concepts of 3-mark questions in Polynomials, Chapter 2, Class 10 CBSE. Here we go to the question number 42. If root 2 is a 0 of 6x cube plus root 2x square minus 10x minus 4 root 2, find its other zeros. First of all, check what is the order of this polynomial. What is the degree of this polynomial? The degree of this polynomial is 3. The degree of the polynomial, I am taking it as a p of x. It is 3. So number of zeros will be 3. Out of 3, he has given 1 for us. So we have to find out 2 more zeros. How will get this 2 more zeros? Means we have to reduce this cubic polynomial to quadratic polynomial. Then how to reduce that? So when root 2 is a 0, so this is very important. When root 2 is a 0 of p of x, I'm assuming that this value is p of x. This whole quantity I'm assuming this as p of x. When root 2 is a 0 of p of x, definitely x minus root 2 is a factor. So this is very important point, that based on this we can reduce it to the quadratic polynomial. When we divide with this factor, we will get quotient. Remainder definitely will get 0. Why? Because if it is a factor. So that we'll get a quotient in the form of lesser than the third degree. Means it is a quadratic polynomial. If you factorize the quadratic polynomial, you will get the other zeros. So let us divide this, divide with x minus root 2 with this one. So in the right side I am dividing with x minus root 2, 6x cube plus root 2x square minus 10x minus 4 root 2. You know the division process, learned in 9th classes as well as 10th classes. The first term of the dividend by first term of the dividend. The first term of the dividend by first term of the divisor. So it is clearly, I am writing here, it is 6x cube by x. What is the value of 6x cube by x? 6x square. So here I am writing this is 6x square. I am writing the quotient here, it is. So 6x square. So whatever we have, this is a binomial. X minus root 2 is a binomial. This binomial we have to multiply with the quotient with 6x square. All these two terms we have to multiply with 6x square. So x into 6x square. So clearly 6x cube. Root 2 into 6x square. That is minus 6 root 2 x square. So subtract it. While subtracting, plus become minus and minus become plus. Need to change the signs. Now what I got it here, 6 root 2 x square and root 2 x square. 6 root 2 x square and root 2 x square. Total 7 root 2 x square. Next other values I am copying the other values. So this is minus 10x minus 4 root 2. Just I have copied this value. Again same thing. Again same thing. First term of the dividend by first term of the divisor. So 7 root 2 x square by x. If you divide, you will get it as x will get cancelled. 7 root 2 x. 7 root 2 x. So I'm writing here the 7 root 2x plus 7 root 2x. Now again, the divisor, we have two terms. We have to multiply these two terms with 7 root 2x. So x into 7 root 2x. So 7 root 2x square. Root 2 into 7 root 2x. So it is clearly root 2 into root 2 is 2 into 7, 14. So 14x I am getting. So once again we'll subtract this. Plus become minus and minus become plus. Opposite signs you have to change it. Now 14 minus 10. 14 minus 10, it is 4x. So 4x minus 4 root 2. So we have one more step to divide. So again, first term of the dividend by first term of the divisor. So 4x by x. Clearly it is a 4. Clearly it is a 4. So I'm reusing 4 here. So is it a positive 4? It is a positive. So again this x root 2 we have to multiply with 4. X into 4, 4x minus root 2 into 4, minus 4 root 2. So subtract it, minus plus become minus and minus become plus. Ultimately opposite signs will get cancelled. This is also opposite signs. This is get cancelled. You will get 0. So definitely you will get 0. Why? Because of this is a factor for that polynomial. X minus root 2 is a factor. How we got this factor? Clearly given in the question, root 2 is a 0 of the polynomial. So that we got the coefficient. We got the quotient. So what is the quotient we have? Therefore, so same thing, what is here it is. Dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. In this anyhow remainder is 0. So this is no use of remainder here it is. So dividend is equal to, what is the dividend? The middle part of the expression. The dividend is equal to, so what we'll get here, it is 6x cube plus root 2 times of x square minus 10x minus 4 root 2 is equal to divisor. Divisor here clearly it is x minus root 2. This is x minus root 2 into quotient. What we got the quotient here? This is a quotient. So that is 6x square plus 7 root 2x plus 4. So the total expression we have written in this way: x minus root 2 into 6x square plus 7 root 2x plus 4. Now we will factorize this quadratic polynomial. Whatever we got the coefficient, we have to factorize it. So when you factorize this one, you will get the other factors as well as other zeros. So I am factorizing here. Look at here, it is very important point. 6x square plus 7 root 2x plus 4. We have to factorize this part. This part we are factorizing. Now 6 into 4, it is clearly 24. Here it is clearly 24. What are the factors for 24? The middle term should be 7 root 2, you should get it. The middle term you should get 7 root 2. Means, first of all, you fix root 2 here first. So anyhow root 2 into root 2 is 2. So 24, in this 24, 2 is already gone. Root 2 into root 2, 2 factor is already gone. This becomes now 12. Find the factors for 12. What are the factors for 12? 1 12 is 12. 6 2 is 12. 3 4 is 12. So I am taking here, it is 3 4 is 12. 3 4 is 12. So once again you recheck whether it is definitely shoots or not. The product must be, you should get 24. The addition of these two will be 7 root 2, the middle term. This is your middle term. Here we have to get it this one. So multiplies 3 root 2 into 4 root 2. 3 4s are 12. Root 2 into root 2, 2. 12 into 2, 24. Yes, I am getting the first condition dissatisfied. Add these two. 3 root 2 and 4 root 2. Total 7 root 2. Yes, I am getting the second condition also. The product you should get 24 and the sum should be you should get 7 root 2. I am getting. So these are the perfect factors for this one. We can split it easily. This one we can substitute it. This pair will satisfy this factorization. X square plus 3 root 2 into x plus 4 root 2 into x plus 4. What I have done? I did not do anything, just I have splitted the middle term. 7 root 2 as 3 root 2 and 4 root 2 according to the conditions. Now we can take the common. So in this question we can take 3 root 2 common. 3 is also there, 2 is also there. We can take 3 root 2. Better I will write it here. This 6 can be written as 3 into 2. 6 can be written as 3 into 2. Again that 2 can be written as root 2 into root 2. That is x square plus 3 root 2 x plus, anyhow this is no need to take any common here. It is 4 into root 2 into x and 4. So in the first two terms, what I can take common? 3 root 2 I can take common. Here also I have 3 root 2 and here also I have 3 root 2, and with x I have to take common. So 3 root 2 x, if I take the common, what is left out? What is left out? Root 2 x is left out in the first term. In the last term, 3 root 2 everything is gone. So it's clearly it is 1. In the second last two terms, in the last two terms, I can take 4 common. What is left out? Root 2x plus 1. So 4 I have taken common. What is left out? Root 2x plus 1. So once again I can take the common, this one, this part I can take the common. Root 2x plus 1 and root 2x plus 1. So therefore root 2x plus 1, if I take out common, what is left out? This is this and left out. So 3 root 2x plus 4 is left out. So again this quadratic polynomial we can write it as in the product of this way. So ultimately what I am getting here, so this total expression, the cubic polynomial, I already written as a product of these two terms. Again this is splitting into two ways. So I can add this part here, x minus root, I can add this one, x minus root 2 here. So I wrote this total expression in the product of 3 components. One is x minus root 2 and root 2x plus 1 and 3 root 2x plus 4. So I got the 3 factors here, all 3 factors here. This is the first factor, second factor, third factor. So each and every one you have to equate to 0, then you will get the 0 of a polynomial. So x minus root 2 equate to 0. So x is equal to root 2. This is already given in the question that root 2 is one of the 0. So second one you have to equate to 0. Second part, root 2x plus 1 is equal to 0. So root 2x is equal to minus 1. X is equal to minus 1 by root 2. So anyway in the denominator we should not have irrational number. You have to simplify it. So I am multiplying by root 2 by root 2, rationalizing the denominator. So what I will get ultimately, numerator into numerator, that is nothing but root 2 by root 2 into root 2, that is 2. So I got one more root here. Out of 3 already given 1, I got one more root as minus root 2 by 2. Next I will go to the one more root. So that is third root, 3 root 2x plus 4 is equal to 0. So 3 root 2 is equal to minus 4 and x is equal to minus 4 by 3 root 2. Again, it's the same situation. Irrational numbers cannot be in the denominator. I'm rationalizing the denominator. So what I'm getting ultimately, This is the part I'm getting here. I'm simplifying. That is nothing but, so anyhow, root 2 into root 2 is 2. So this 2, this 4 will get cancels. So minus 2 root 2 by 3 I am getting. This is about the third root. So I got all the roots here. So this is a, definitely it is a very lengthy sum. Already we are solving this as a long mark questions. You know that this is for 5 mark question. So you also try it and get it. If you have any questions, you can comment. First of all, I will give the idea that how to solve this problem. When root 2 is a 0, x minus root 2 is the factor for this cubic polynomial. So when we divide with x minus root 2, we will get a quotient something in terms of a quadratic polynomial. If you factorize the quadratic polynomial, you will get 2 more factors. That factors you have to convert into zeros. So that is the question about this one. Try it.